Okay. Here's the connection.
Scoot in, Ted.
Scoot in, baby. All right. Let's see. Are we live? Is it connecting? We think it's connected. It's connected. All right. Happy Friday, June 1st. Show number 3. But, you saved the best for last. Don't tell anybody I said that. That was on before. Episode 183, Bots and Marketing. Wait, what did we call it? Bots and Marketing?
Bots on Fire.
Bots on
Orlando
Fire.
Marketing Magic.
And that is Mike Mataluni, who is my guest, and Kyle Livingston. I assume you guys are business partners?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't, we joke that
we don't do pre-interviews.
No, and I spend the budget on booze. So there is no R&D budget for anything on this show. So love you guys. We'll keep waving at you. So let us know you can hear us or see us. It's a little far from me, so I'm going to try to read your comments as you come on. I can already tell that. Marianne Kona's on, so Mary, let us know you can hear us or see us. Jason Perez. I can't believe I can see either of those right now, especially on Friday afternoon. I've been here since 10 a.m. What does that tell you? But I'm really excited to have you on here. I screwed up this meeting so bad. I messed up. These guys have been trying to get me, and I owe them an apology for screwing up the meeting, screwing up the show, screwing up a lot of things, honestly, when they were just trying to do what they were told to do. And kudos to Bobby Davidovitz for cornering me at 10 p.m. on an evening where I had been drinking since maybe 10 a.m. And asking me to participate. Of course, I love the idea. I think it's amazing. So, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, am I talking too fast? Tanette, can you hear me? Hold on. Hello, all you great-looking gentlemen. Tanette's amazing. Hi, Tanette. Are you out in the Citrus Club right now, Tanette, saying that? So you can't see. I can't see. This is terrible. Tanette, I need glasses. All right, so give us a little background on you guys, because obviously the theme, I don't even know if people know what the word bots means, to be honest with you. So when I put it in there, I'm like, that's going to be a great conversation piece. But tell them a little bit about your backgrounds.
Yeah.
Start.
Bill. So I've been a real estate investor for quite a while, and about 2 years ago, I got into marketing and started studying and learning marketing. And Michael and I met, it's about 10 months ago. And
this is a new relationship.
It is.
New relationship.
Wow, you're still in the dating phase. Yeah, you're in the honeymoon phase. I like it.
Met about 9 months ago, and just decided we were going to go into business together.
Pretty much.
But that's great, though.
Yep,
I mean, you obviously had a connection.
We did. We were both trying to do the same things on polar opposite ends of the country. I was originally from Southern California, and that's where I was at, doing the same thing over there that Michael was doing here. And my wife and I had plans to move to Miami, and when Mike and I met, I was like, well, Orlando's only a few hours north of Miami, so that's where we're going to end up.
Well, and by the way, his beautiful wife is behind the scenes, but you have 3 Italians here and one, as he said, redheaded stepchild, Irish guy. I don't know what it was. Livingston, British, maybe.
Something.
But yeah, you guys connected, though. I love that it was a short relationship, and then you created this company, right? You created it from scratch, or did you each have one and then you brought it together?
So yeah, so
we got to know about you too, Mike. We haven't gotten your little story.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually got interested in marketing because I was a restaurant manager here in Orlando for years.
Where'd you manage?
I was a manager at 2 different places here in Orlando. Actually, Marlowe's Tavern. I was with them for about 2 years.
The one on 1792?
The one on I Drive.
Oh, I've never been to that one.
Yeah, so many people haven't.
Maybe that's why we're talking about marketing today. And what was the second place?
No, Marlowe's is fantastic. And then the second place was Bahama Breeze. So I was actually a manager at Bahama Breeze on International Drive as well for many years. And I remember I had, I love the restaurant industry, and I just got to a point in my life where I had done it for so long, I was just absolutely over. And I literally remember being on the phone in the office towards the end there with my wife, and literally tears rolling down my face. I go, I got to get out of this. I got to figure out something else to do. So I launched a podcast called Kick-Ass Dad, Passionate Parenting in a Volatile World.
Nice.
And so that podcast led to this whole world of connecting with new people and really experiencing something really extraordinary. But the problem was I was working a full-time job and doing a part-time podcast, and I wasn't making any money doing it.
See, I understand your pain.
Yes, so
it's going to be difficult to try to monetize.
Yes, absolutely. So, and that's one of the things that I'm really passionate about is helping people who are passionate about something monetize that so that they can do what they love, because if you do what you love, you never work a day, right?
Right.
Like I mean,
I
you're
literally
sitting
never
here
work
having
a day.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Ever. That's the problem. I need to monetize better.
Right.
But I think people really do. They have a dream. I think this whole we're kind of in a new era. I feel like.
Absolutely.
We talk about this on the show a lot. Doesn't matter your age group. People are like taking a chance, and I always encourage them to do that on the show. Taking a chance on their dream, going, all right, I'm tired of this 9-to-5 junk. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I have a dream. I have a passion. Let's get out there. They just don't have the tools to do it, but they're willing to at least make the leap.
Right.
But then they might have the tools, but then they don't know how to monetize it.
Right. Right.
Because
That's what we specialize.
we've just started to monetize the show, which has been super difficult when it's your baby, as you guys know, and people will, I think, understand. It's your baby. You love it. You love what you're doing. You have passion for it. You drink every day, or maybe that's only me. And then you go, oh my God, I have to ask people to buy stuff.
Right.
I have to get paid for this. I mean, that's what I have to do,
Right.
but it's not comfortable. It's a difficult thing. So,
Yes.
how did that whole process transpire with you guys, and how did you get to the point where like, okay, this is what you gave your story, but this is what I know I need to do and I can do for other people? Because if you're from opposite ends of the country, how did that all come together?
Well, for me, it was really interesting actually, because I started studying once I had the successful podcast. I was like, okay, well, how do I monetize this? And so I started studying Facebook advertising, and I started studying how to build, websites and marketing funnels and all these different things. And eventually, I decided to start doing webinars and teaching people how to create a successful podcast themselves. So I did a webinar, and for those of you who don't know, it's just a webinar is simply getting on camera like this and communicating with people, and at the end saying, and if you want to work with me, or if you want to, so I offered a mastermind where I would teach people. We come together once a week. I teach you how to launch a successful podcast, and so I sold that, and I started making some money, and that was the first few bucks I made online, and then and this is the cool thing about just getting out there and doing it online, because people will see things that you never would expect. So I had this thing on YouTube, and somebody stumbled across it, and it was this gentleman who had just launched a crowdfunding campaign and raised $700,000 for a little widget that plugs into the wall called a thing charger. And he said, I want to do a podcast about crowdfunding. Can you help me? And he made me an offer. He was my first client, paid me like $5,000 a month for 3 months to come to be my first client. And I quit my job, and then I just started doing it full time.
Then you knew you could do it. So once, we talk about it on the show a lot, once you know your value, once you realize, all right, I've been validated and I have value, like monetary value. We can talk about the emotional part of it. But the monetary value...
We're not here to emotionally validate
that's a
you.
whole nother show. Once you know that you have value that you can bring, and there's money attached to it, and you get that first, oh my God, somebody actually is going to pay me to do what I love to do. That is it's a big deal for people. And I think that's where they're like, okay, I want to do this. I have an idea. I'm so afraid, because I'm so afraid nobody's going to pay me for anything. But you took the leap. And then once you did it, what happened? I believe this is what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened.
You did do your research.
No, I didn't do any research. But I believe that once you get that first one, you get that first person that believes in you and does it, then the whole universe conspires to bring you as much of that business as possible if you continue to do it right and you continue to treat your clients right.
Absolutely.
I'm guessing that's what happened.
Pretty much. I mean, everyone's an expert in something, right? Every person you meet knows something about something that you know nothing about, right?
Correct.
So if you put your knowledge out there and you get with people and you say, hey, I'm an expert in this, no matter what it is, like even if it's building chicken coops, there's somebody else out there that's looking to build chicken coops.
We went to chicken coop.
Went to chicken
That's
coops quick.
I don't know where chicken coops came in, but I like the analogy. Right, because what you're saying is that you have a unique talent. Everybody's unique, and so chicken coops, there are plenty of people that want to buy them. Farmers all over the world want to buy them. So yes, if you've got that talent, then you have to know how to take that talent and monetize it and get it to the next level.
That's where most people struggle.
That's where we all struggle. I struggle with it too. I talk about it on the show all the time. I'm like, God dog it. I know how to do it, but I get that fear. Now that I've started to make money on the show, much less fear. I'm not afraid to ask because I know that I bring value.
Right.
And that's what you teach people. That's what you help people with.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And I think one of the biggest things is, and you mentioned this earlier, and there is a lot of emotional validation that needs to happen because we do get afraid. As people, we're very nervous to really put our value out there in the marketplace, right? Because we don't know how to quantify it. We don't know it's very difficult to say I'm worth this. But when I decided that my time was worth $500 an hour, is when I could actually charge people $500 an hour.
I would have to walk the trail for that, but $500
I did walk the trail. I walked the Appalachian Trail.
I love you for that. All right, you just let me go. So once you do, you decide, you finally go, okay, this is what I'm going to set it at, and you don't back down.
You don't back down.
And you get that first client in. It's like a new birth.
Right.
You can't make it up. And that's what you're trying to help people with your program and with your company, right? You want people to get to that level so that they can market, so that they can see that their ideas are good and they have value and that they can make them money.
That's right. As Kyle was saying earlier, everybody's got an expertise, and a lot of times we forget that we have these blinders on, right? It's like when somebody goes, I'm sure your listeners can relate to this. Somebody goes, "Oh, you're really good at that," and then you go, "Oh, that was nothing." Bullshit. It's not
That's
nothing.
true.
It's
That's
something.
true.
And the person wouldn't have taken the time to point that out if it wasn't something that they don't usually have. Or, so everybody's got a different way of bringing value to the marketplace. And if you can get clear on your value and what you bring to the marketplace and stop, creating these beliefs that you don't have anything special or different or valuable, then you can really start to move and shape.
All right, so what's the first step? So let's say somebody's out there, and I wish I could read all your comments. We'll get to them later, I promise. So somebody's out there and they go, all right, I love what Mike and Kyle are saying. Ted talks about this all the time. He's trying to pound it into our heads for the last 9-10 months. What is the first step? Like somebody comes to you with an idea and goes, okay, I want to make fiberglass chicken coops. Or they want to do something unique.
Yeah.
So do you take each client, or walk us through the process, I guess.
So it's different for each client, but overall there's a basis. So, like I mentioned earlier, you're an expert in something. And let's take fiberglass chicken coops, and we'll go super far left field on this.
Here we go. We're gonna hashtag that later.
Hashtag fiberglass.
Absolutely.
And you have to understand, in the new era, it's an era of digital information, right? So the industrial revolution of I need to go build fiberglass chicken coops and then go sell them to everybody is kind of gone. And today, it's I know how to build fiberglass chicken coops, and if I put together a course teaching people how to build fiberglass chicken coops, I can sell that.
Oh, I like
and
that.
allow the farmer in North Dakota to build his own fiberglass chicken coop.
Very good.
And rather than having to go out and spend all these hundreds of millions of dollars in this business, everything you need is right here, and everything else. I mean, everyone has an iPhone nowadays or some type of smartphone, and you can literally make tens of thousands of dollars a month just off of your smartphone, educating other people that will pay you for information. It's like having an unlimited amount of resources or college courses nationally. If you want to learn something, you can learn.
Okay, so again, this goes back to the no research. You're right. I always tell the truth. I'm 100% authentic and transparent. So basically, you're helping them create a market for their knowledge, so that they can go out and exponentially touch more people than just building the fiberglass chicken coop.
Exactly.
Correct?
Right.
Okay, so I did not understand that. I love that. I love every bit of that, because I think that's the new way. How else are you going to reach people? You personally can only build so many chicken coops. So if you can teach other people and they will pay you to be educated, okay, that's really cool. So how do you get people that don't like to be on camera, that don't like to, because there are people that actually freeze up on Facebook Live, for example, even though we're talking to an iPad and an iPhone right now, 2 iPhones.
Right.
But how do you get people past that? Like people out there will go, oh my God, I can't do that. I could never be on camera.
Oh, they're screwed.
Sorry, goodbye.
I am absolutely kidding. Like seriously, I am an introvert, and the reason that I can actually sit here and do this right now is because I have hundreds and hundreds of hours of just getting out there and doing it. My first podcast was literally in my garage, stooped over a microphone, like praying my wife and my kids wouldn't walk outside and hear me. So it's
awesome.
Terrifying for everyone, but when you take action and you just do it, and Kyle did a Facebook Live about this yesterday. Don't be afraid to lose, right? Don't be afraid to look stupid. And if you can be willing to look a little bit stupid and just kind of get out there and take a little bit of action, you're going to learn from that. We have a philosophy that we live by, and it's called ready, fire, aim. And so you ready? And then most people spend all their time trying to aim,
Right.
and they try to hit the money, but they never let go of the arrow. And if you can just let go of the arrow and go, okay, now I know what it feels like to miss it slightly to the right, or now I know what it feels like to miss it slightly to the left. Now you have that knowledge, and now you have the ability to then say, okay, next time I think I know, I can feel my way towards the target.
I love that. And I think you're right. I think people, like if anybody who's watched this for the last 10 months knows, I'm not afraid to look stupid or lose or do whatever, because there's only one way to learn on this
Yes.
platform, and you just have to go out there and do it.
That's right.
I had never been on Facebook Live before. I'd never done anything on video that you could buy if you were under the age of 18. I'm kidding. So I had never been on video before, and I thought it can't be that difficult.
Right.
And I just went for it. I looked terrible on that first episode. And looking back, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I just jumped in like that. But that's what you're saying to do. You have to ready, fire, aim, because you're never going to fire if you're focused on the aim the whole time. All right, so, but you're doing an event coming, and I don't know how much you want to jump back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah.
You're doing an event on the 7th here, so talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that so Kyle was just talking about the information and how much opportunity there is out there to amplify your voice with the online digital world. And so one of the things that we got into over the past few months, or it's been 10 months now, is messenger bots, Facebook messenger bots. And basically what that is, if you're an entrepreneur or business owner, and specifically right now, we're working with real estate agents. So any agent out there who's looking to do Facebook advertising and automation, this event is for them. Now we do, we work with other folks as well in other industries and individuals who want to become better at what they do and amplify their voice. But specifically, we have an event coming up on the 7th. And basically, we're showing people how to utilize messenger bots to automate their businesses. And so if you know Facebook, right? You're on Facebook Live right now. If you have a Facebook business page, you have Messenger for your business page, just like you have Messenger for your personal page. So what Facebook Messenger bots allow you to do is allow somebody to come in and speak with you even when you're not there. So for example, if we have somebody who is interested in buying a home and we run a Facebook ad to them and they click the button, it brings them right into our Messenger on Facebook, on our Facebook business page, and then it starts to ask them questions. Well, what kind of home are you looking for? How many square feet? And you start to gather all this information from that person that's interested in buying a home, and now you can communicate back with them with that automation, gather more information, and then reach out personally once you have that information, because you can say, oh, I have the perfect home for them. And then you can go, make a quick video and record a video and send that video back to them over Messenger. And now you've created this, first you created the automated connection because you answered their question immediately. There was no hesitation. And now you're giving them that personal touch. So it's a matter of immediacy and then the personal touch.
And so I've just recently kind of discovered, I want to say Chat Fuel is
Yes.
one. Okay, so Chat Fuel, I'm learning, right? I get it. And then there's some where you can have daily inspirational quotes, you can have deals. So the bots are interesting. Recipes.
Restaurants are using them.
And it's very Facebook especially makes it super easy to sign up for that. But the difficulty I can see, which is why you guys are so important to the process, is you can sign up for that all day long, but if you don't have the follow-up and you don't have the marketing plan to go with it, then what is the point of there is no point to have the bots, right? Because all that's going to be is another message that you don't want to check and you don't want to follow. So that's where you guys come in, because it's automated. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. You set it up. I'm sure there's a very specific way to do it, especially when you're doing with realtors.
Right.
And so that the questions are appropriate and make sense and collect the data that you want it to collect.
Right. And we actually built the bot already. So it's
so
done
you
for
built
agents.
the bot.
Right. So all agents have to do is when you sign up for this class on the 7th, all you have to do is show up and you're getting that bot. It's there. We're going to teach you how to run Facebook ads and how to utilize that bot, but it's all done for you.
That's awesome. So this is a bot that you created that's within the Facebook system.
Yep.
See, I didn't even know
Now
you
we
could do
use
that.
so just to be clear,
You tell us.
you use Chat Fuel, we use ManyChat. It's a different platform.
Okay.
So we built this one in ManyChat, and then we install it into Facebook.
Very
basically.
cool. See, I didn't know.
Integrate.
I don't even know where Chat Fuel. To be honest with you, I don't even know how the bots came about. They just showed up on my Messenger one day, and I'm like, okay, that seems easy. And I clicked yes, and then there were 4 other questions, and now I get like 5 bots a day from each of the different bots that I'm part of. Bots are like robotics, by the way, is what I'm
Right,
guessing.
right,
It's very
right.
automated. So when you hear bots and you're like the people on the other end going, "What is a bot?" God, I can't look that up.
It's
so
a robot.
it's robotic.
Basically.
It's basically automatic, kind of like an autoresponder, old day email stuff. So you've got this stuff coming in, and you're getting your message back, but you're also collecting data. That's the difference with the bot. That it's smarter, it's more intelligent.
Right.
So tell them about the 7th. What's going on? Where are we? Freedom Mortgage is actually is one of the sponsors of the event, and Bobby Davidovitz, thank you for the invite.
You say that so fast.
Oh, yeah. Davidovitz. Bobby D. Bobby D from Exit. Thank you for the introduction. But give them some more information about where it's at, how they can register, and we're going to share all this later. Don't get me wrong, but I think some people are very verbal. See, if you told me this online, I wouldn't remember. I'd have to go to your website.
Totally. So we're actually going to be holding the event, and the event is basically we're going to be helping you from start to finish set up Facebook ads for realtors and for real estate agents, and we're going to be walking you by the hand from not having a Facebook page to actually getting your first ad up and running by the time you leave, and then showing you how this messenger bot that we're going to be giving you that we've already built can help you qualify leads while you're sleeping, while you're driving, while you're showing properties. Because let's face it, one of the tough things to do is follow up with a bunch of leads. If you get a bunch of leads in and you're busy showing properties and out there doing income producing activities, it's really hard to get on the phone and then they don't answer and you got to play phone tag. So the bot really helps you qualify them when you're away. And we're going to walk you through that entire process, start to finish. We actually spend 5 hours with you guys just taking you through the entire process. And we're actually be holding it at Exit Realty's Inspiration Hall, right over here in downtown Orlando. And like I said, it's going to be 5 hours of Mike, myself, and our entire team helping you guys go through the entire process, start to finish.
That's awesome.
And if you want to sign up, you want to register for that event, just go to, and we had a little internet glitch, so you actually literally have to type this in, www.7, the number 7, figure, FIGUREADCO, that's 7 figure adco, www.the number 7 figureadco.com/live intensive.
And we will share that, so it's that you can still hyperlink that though,
Yep,
right?
yep,
So we'll share that on all of our pages and especially mine. This is so fascinating. So I love the automation part because we get these leads or we want to do more. People are afraid of Facebook ads, they're afraid of bots, they're afraid of a lot of things. And when it comes to technology, people really don't. They're afraid to go out of their comfort zone.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
you're going to take them from out of their comfort zone to a comfort zone where they can actually be productive and it can actually do well for their business, especially the real estate business. So let me ask you, this one is realtor centric.
Yep.
Do you have other events that are coming up or that you want to promote or that you want to talk about? It doesn't have to be a real estate agent after this. You work with all sorts of businesses, correct?
We do, and you can check out our website 7figureadco.com, and you can learn a little bit more about this sort of thing. You can also I'm gonna plug me real quick at Mike Means Marketing on Instagram. I've got daily inspiration and motivation, entrepreneurship, marketing advice and tips. And then one of the things that Kyle and I are both very passionate about is we want to help people get out of the rat race, right? Yeah. There are so many people who have ideas, passions, talents, skills, visions who just are stuck in the 9 to 5, and we want to teach people how to help them get out. So you can reach us through the Facebook page. So if you have other things that you're working on that you want to learn more about, you can feel free to reach us in those places whenever you like.
So we'll share all of their is it called a handle? All their stage names is what I call it. All of their Facebook, how to reach them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter if you're on Twitter, LinkedIn. We'll share all of that. You're not a Twitter fan?
I'm not a Twitter.
That's all right. That's all right.
I don't twit.
You don't. I call that something completely different. But it's
What?
not appropriate for Friday afternoon.
It is Friday afternoon.
I know. I need to drink some more.
of those.
Apparently. There's a lot more happiness there. But we're going to post all of their contact information. Please register. If you're a realtor in real estate, register for the event. It's June 7th at
June
Exit
7th.
Inspiration Hall.
Exit Realty Inspiration Hall.
Yes.
www.7figureadco.com
slash something intense.
Live intensive.
Okay,
Live intensive.
Intensive care. That's where I'm going to be after this. All right. Any parting words of wisdom for them? Anything you want to share with them before we head out?
It's not
I didn't
as
tell you
difficult.
that part.
No, it's totally fine. It's not as difficult as you guys think. Getting out there and getting in front of your audience, getting in front of people that can help you build and grow a business, it's not as hard as your mind makes it out to be.
Yeah, and then I would just piggyback on what he said and say utilizing technologies like this and just getting out there helps you build a network. And one of the best things I ever did was start a podcast, because what it allowed me to do was, instead of me saying, "Hey, successful person, can I take you out to get a cup of coffee?" I say, "Hey, successful person, can I interview you for my show?"
Right.
For my show.
I know.
And so now you're building all of these connections, and you're really
So
creating
true.
something special. And so, your network is your net worth, and you really need to get out there and meet people in as many ways as possible, and this is a great way to do it.
And how do you think I'm at episode 183, people?
I have no idea.
I did exactly. I did the exact same thing that Mike's talking about. It's so much more powerful and impactful when you are saying, "I'd like you to be a guest on my show. I'd like you to come talk about your expertise," than saying for the 900th time, "Can I take you to coffee? Can
Right.
we go to coffee?"
Right.
And then you're 25 minutes into the niceties when you realize you don't even like the person. At least here on the podcast, you're getting some expertise, or on Facebook Live. So definitely check them out. We're going to share all their information. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I know I messed up, but we're gonna make it up to you this week, and we're gonna share this all over the place. Maybe not on Twitter. We're gonna share it all over the place, other than Twitter. You guys are a joy to be with, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ted.
We
We
love
really
you guys.
appreciate it.
Mwah. We'll see
Mwah.
you. Mwah.